students, welcome back. In the series of learning programming in C, in the previous video we discussed program on linear search. So it's on 1D array. So we have discussed almost many programs on one-dimensional array. So it's time to get into the second type of array, which is two-dimensional array. So in today's video, we will be discussing about how to use two-dimensional array. So those who are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you can get the notification of all the new videos. Please watch the videos till the end. Do not skip the videos. And if you like the videos, please click on the like button and share the videos to as many people you know. Two-dimensional array. The name itself tells you two-dimensional array. It's an array with two dimensions. So in the one dimension, we say it is the array with one dimension which represents the maximum number of elements that what the array can hold. But two dimension says it is an array with two dimensions. So we need to provide two dimension values. So why we need to provide these two dimensions? Well, I have already discussed about this. So 2D array is specially used to store the data in the form of rows and columns. So when I want to store the data in the form of rows and columns, I need to provide two information. One is the row value and the other one is the column value. And that is what the two dimensions that what we are going to provide in the two-dimensional array. And this kind of data we usually store in the matrix. So when we want to represent the matrix form of data, that is in the form of rows and columns, we use two-dimensional array. So it is an array in which each element is accessed with two subscripts. So for example, if I want to access this element, say 8, I have to mention the row number as well as the column number. The subscripts represent the position of the element in the array. So if I just say, see, we always say we provide the index value or subscript value from 0. So it is row 0, say row 1 and row 2. And this is column 0, column 1 and column 2. So if I just say I want to represent the position of this element, I need to mention the row number as well as column number. So what is row? It is 0. What is column? It is 0. So it is row 0, column 0, which represents the position of that particular element. Now, the elements of 2D array are represented as rows and columns, of course. So when we want to represent the matrix format of data, we represent in the form of rows and columns. So there we use two-dimensional array. So let's see how to use this array, how to declare this array, the declaration syntax of 2D array. So here we have the declaration syntax and an example for 2D array. So it is data type followed with array name. Two dimensions we need to provide. The first dimension is always row size and the second dimension is always column size. So this you need to remember. This is the most important thing that you need to remember. The first dimension is always row size and the second dimension is always the column size. So when we say we have the matrix format of data, we need to mention the number of rows and number of columns. So how many rows we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 columns. So it is 4 cross 4. So it is 4 into 4. How many elements it can store? It can store 16 elements in the matrix format, that is in the form of rows and columns. So if I just say it is just 2 rows and 4 columns. So it is 2 into 4. How many elements? So it is 8 elements, just like that. Okay. So we'll see an example here. So data type I have mentioned as int. A is the array name. First dimension is row value and second dimension is column value. So it is 2 rows and 3 columns. 2 rows and how many columns? It is 3 columns. So maximum how many elements I can store? It is 2 cross 3. It is 6 elements. It can be less than that also. Memory will be allocated to store 6 elements in the form of rows and columns. So the dimension row 2, dimension column 3. So it is 2 cross 3. Totally 6 elements I can store. So let us see the memory representation of 2D array. For the declaration, int a of 2 and 3. So it is 2 cross 3. I need to represent the memory to store 6 elements. So 2 rows and 3 columns. So here row 0, row 1, column 0, column 1 and column 2. So what will be the index of this first element? It is array name A followed with the index row 0, column 0. So A of 0, 0 is first element. Then A of row 0 and column 1. This is the index reference of second element. Then A of row 0, the first subscript is always row. Second one, column. So it is row 0, column 2. Same way, you have to proceed. It is A, row 1 and column 0. Again, row 1 and column 1. Row 1 and column 2. So this is how we try to refer to each and every element that what we store here. First element in A of 0, 0. Second element in A of 0, 1. So row 0, column 1. Third element in row 0, column 2. Fourth element, row 1, column 0. Third, fourth and fifth element, row 1, column 1. Sixth element, row 1 and column 2. So this is how the memory will be represented. Say if I just say some addresses will be allocated for this. Say I say it has been started from 101. So each 2 bytes, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112. So 6 elements, each 2 bytes. So how many bytes will be allocated? 12 bytes of memory. So what is the address of the first element? Means it is 101. Second, 103. Third, 105. Fourth element, 107. Fifth element, 109. And sixth element, it is 111. Memory from 101 to 112, it has been allocated. That is address. If I say what is the index of the first element? It is A of 0, 0. What is the index of the fifth element? It is A of 1, 1. So this is how we refer to the elements of 2D array. So when memory is allocated and we have learned how the memory is allocated and how to refer to each and every element in the 2D array. The next is to store some values into this array. How to initialize the array. That we will see in the next coming video. So stay tuned to my channel. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.